Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We're back again with another G.I. Joe action figure review. In this episode, we're taking a look at the 2018 G.I. Joe Convention exclusive 3-pack of the Python Patrol Rock Vipers. So this set comes in a nice kind of sealed plastic bag here. There are 3 of the figures included in the set. And again, it's a convention exclusive, so you could only get this by going to the convention itself or finding somebody nice enough who went to get them for you. So you can pretty much only get them on the secondary market now, but still a very cool looking set. We're going to go ahead and open this thing up and take a look at them and see what's going on with it. So just going to start by slicing this poly bag open. And we'll pull the figures out and see what's going on. Toss that to the side now. So there are 3 cool looking figures in the set here. They are all 3 identical. So I actually am going to just set aside 2 of these figures. I don't know which 2. These 2. Doesn't really matter. They're all the same. But we're just going to concentrate on the one figure. And we also get the file cards with this set, so let's go ahead and take a look at them. If I can get the tape off of it. So, 3 file cards for the Python Patrol Rock Vipers. 2 of them will go with the other 2 figures we got there. You can pause it here to actually read everything in here if you would like, but there you go. Standard card back here, cardboard, whatever you want to call it. Pretty nice looking. We'll set that to the side for the time being and take a look at the figure itself. So all 3 figures do come sealed in their own little baggie here. So we'll go ahead and slice the tape off of this thing here. And dump the figure out. Cool. So first off, we get another bag full of the accessories, which we're also going to go ahead and cut the tape on. And then dump these all out. So we got our first 25th anniversary Python or regular Rock Viper and the 50th anniversary 3-pack. It was a pretty decent figure, but it was still a little lacking, so hopefully this one will come through a little bit better. To start with here, we have the traditional figure stand. Nice regular 25th anniversary style stand. Raised Cobra logo, 2 foot pegs, and we got the Python Rock Viper at the front. So very cool. Pretty straightforward though. It's a figure stand. These are awesome, but there we go. So let's start with the accessories, shall we? Let's zoom in a little bit here so we can get a better look here. So the first thing that's jumping out at me is that we actually are getting the original weapons that came with the original Rock Viper, which is something that the 50th anniversary line did not do for us. So we get a new version of the little pistol he came with. Some nice detail work going on there. Nice little textures on the grips and the stock on the back. Haven't seen one of these in a long time, so this is really nice looking. We also have a little knife here. Not a lot of detail work, but just enough here. He's got some nice things on the handle here. Oop. Small though, we keep dropping it here. We'll point out that he does have a nice little holster on his side, specifically made here for that knife. So we'll just slide that in there and it fits in really nice. It's a little bit loose, but as you can see, it's not going to come out, so no worries there. Very cool though. We also get this huge rifle, and again, it's based on that original Rock Viper weapon that we got back in the vintage line. So very nice to see this. Also has some nice texture going on. It's kind of the same carryover from the pistol here. We've got the grip and the stock and everything that's got the nice texture on it. Some nice detail work going on here. Very cool looking. You'll also notice that there's this peg on the back of the gun, which lines straight up here with this peg hole on the back of the backpack. So you just kind of slip that in there like so, and he can carry that rifle around with him on his back. It's a little bit loose in here, so it's prone to fall out in this case, but it's still there. Nice carryover from that vintage line here, so I like that. It's very cool. Next up, we have the really awesome backpack itself. Again, a straight carryover from the vintage line, which is really awesome. You have a removable grappling hook right here that just pops off, and the string that kind of winds around and just kind of fits back in there. So that is really cool. Some nice detail here, some little Vinny things for the, I don't know, rocket launcher mechanism thing, whatever. Some missiles or whatever else you want to call them. Nice peg on the back here, so it just pegs into his back like so. Very cool. The string does kind of come all tied up like this right here. So let's see what we got to do to untie it real quick. Shouldn't be too difficult here. The pack that came with the 50th anniversary version of the Rock Viper was kind of a carryover from one of the, I guess, movie lines, the zip line stuff, and I was not very impressed with it, but I really do like this one. So once you get this really long string unattached, you can just kind of wrap it around this little spool mechanism. It's sometimes kind of hard to get it started, but once you get a little bit of it on there and get it started to tighten down, it winds pretty easily. I say that and then I'm going to have a hard time with it, but you may have to kind of put your thumb under there to grab that knot here to get it to stick in place long enough to really start cranking on this thing. Anyways, you can kind of wrap it around there, then it will just unwind like that right there, and that's really cool. You do get quite a bit here, so there's going to be a little bit of excess going on. So be mindful of that when you're adventuring on. But the grappling hook does snap right back into place right there, so that is really awesome. So yeah, very nice here. This is really awesome. Moving on, let's go ahead and take a look at the helmet here. They've done a nice job with the color scheme here, kind of keeping with the standard 2018 Python Patrol version of the color scheme, the gold highlights here. Some nice detail work on this helmet here. Then the helmet just kind of fits over top of his head like so. It looks a little weird. Not nearly as cool as the original helmeted version of this guy looked, but it is what it is. It works, so yeah, we're not going to take off too many points for that, but it does slip on very nicely. It's a little bulky here, but it still looks a lot better than the one that we got in the 50th anniversary line, so yay for that. Let's go ahead and move on to the figure, though. As you can see, it does have all the same color scheme going on as the rest of the 2018 Python Patrol characters have. You got the nice gold accents all the way around, gold buckles, black and red stripes here, very nice looking overall. Nice detail work on his leg guards. Just looks really nice, to be honest with you. It's really actually impressed with this guy. A lot more so than I actually thought I would be. Python Patrol logo there on the side. So yeah, it's really cool. Again, we've got that little holster there for his knife on his side. The actual pose itself is a little bit weird in that he looks like he's slightly leaning to the side here. I don't know how well y'all see that, but just slightly odd, but you can kind of move him around a little bit to get him a little bit better pose there if you need to. Beyond that, the head spins 360 degrees. Up and down motion is good on this guy as well. This is kind of the standard bad guy face. Does also have the nice red highlights there for the pattern work on his mask, so that's very nice. We've got a standard ball and swivel at the shoulder joint. The shoulder pauldron there does limit his up and down motion a little bit there, but you still get pretty good range of motion on that, but just kind of watch out for that. Standard ball and swivel at the elbow joint, and you actually have a rocker and a swivel at the wrist joint. So that's another added bonus here that we haven't seen in a few of these Python Patrol characters up to this point, so nice there. We do have the waist twist feature and the ab rock function going on there, so very cool. Standard T-hook at the waist. We have a double knee joint there, and a swivel and rocker at the ankle joint. So all in all, really awesome articulation on this guy. Yeah, this is a cool figure, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and gear him up here while we finish up. Slap his backpack on there. Grab his knife, stick it in his holster. Since that didn't work, let's grab it again. Slide it back in there. Then we'll grab his really big gun here and stick it in his hand. The gun's always been slightly oversized for this character, but I've always liked that, to be honest with you, so I'm really glad to see that. And then he can also grab his pistol in his other hand. So there you go. He can actually carry all his weapons, and he's got 100% accoutrement from the vintage line here. This is really awesome, to be honest with you. I'm really a lot more impressed with this guy than I was with the Saw Viper that we got out of the same line. That one just didn't work for me for whatever reason, but this Rock Viper version is really outstanding here. And for me, I think the reason is probably because of the vintage weapons that we've got here. Again, I'm not really all that impressed with the helmet, but everything else we got with this guy is just really awesome here. So, yeah, this guy is freaking cool. I would say if you don't have one already, you should probably go pick this one up, because I do not think you'll be disappointed. You can also swap out the weapons from this guy to the original 50th anniversary release of the Rock Viper, and I think that'll work really well, to be honest with you. I don't have that guy handy anywhere right now, or else I would try that real quick, but oh well. These guys, for whatever reason, they are pretty popular, so to get a full 3-pack here still sealed is going to set you back a little bit on the secondary market at the moment. So just kind of keep your eye out and you know, gauge your audience, so to speak, and wait until you find a price that's good for you. I think right now it's going for about $40 for each individual figure here. So the 3-pack usually will go a little bit more than that, so you may be better off getting individual figures than the actual full 3-pack. But because this guy is so awesome, I would actually recommend the 3-pack over the single figure, just because they're so cool. So there you go. Take that for what it's worth, but that's my review. That's all the time we've got for today, so thanks for watching. Drop some comments down below to let us know what you think of the Python Patrol Rock Viper. If you'd like to see anything in the future for review or whatever, drop a comment and let me know that as well. And subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, let everybody know how awesome this figure is. Till next time, Yo Joe!